Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another video. This one isn't a beer review video. This one is beer haul video. So the story behind it is Chris's beer reviews. He went to go and visit John from Lord's Brewing up in Huddersfield. A couple of them did, and he visited supposedly the cheapest off license in the country, if you like. I'm not sure if they're his words or other people are saying it's the cheapest one. But anyway, he went there to visit and to have a look around. And he'd done a video on it, and the beers looked really cheap. And there looked some real bargains there. So, on Wednesday, today is Saturday, Coronation Day. I think it was Wednesday I decided to say, do you know what? I'm going to drive up to Huddersfield and go to this place. And it's called the Crate Escape. Now, the only reason I decided to go up there, one, it was well off the cuff, but my missus said, I'm going to go to bingo Saturday. So I'd be stuck at home. So I thought, you know, it just cropped in my head that I'm going to go and do a little bit of a road trip. All the beer, no idea road trip. So this morning, left here, 9 o'clock from Oswald Street. It's a 94-mile one-way trip, if you like. So it's nearly 200-mile round trip. So what I've saved, probably spent in fuel and that. But and it's about 2 hours. So yeah, so I went up there today to have a nosy and pick some beers up and what have you. Now, the thing with this place is, they got wine as well and spirits and that. You're going to get, the beer, I think a lot of it is going to be past its best before date. It's going to be coming up close to its best before date, or there's going to be some that's in date. Now, I've had a quick nosy at what I've got here, and I think pretty much most of it is past its best. But the prices and the fact that a lot of the stuff is in actual cases and that, it's not going to get damaged by light or anything, because they're basically stacked up pallets. I could have done a video, but I couldn't be asked of walking around and that. So I'm just doing a video of what I picked up. So there was other stuff I could have picked up as well, but I've gone up there today and I've spent £84. Now, I worked it out that I'd spent £88. Now, whether the lady on the till got that wrong or whether they just knocked a couple of quid off here and there on something, I don't know. But not only that, I also got a free case of beer because the bloke who runs the place was so impressed that I'd come all the way from Oswald Street, travelled 190 odd miles and 4 hours of my time, 2 hours each way, to do it. He actually, as I was loading my van up, he actually come out and gave me a case of beer as well. He said, have one of these. But as it happens, the one that he gave me was one that I'd already bought anyway. So I've now got 24 bottles of that, if you like. So we are going to take a look at what I picked up. £84, like I say. So we'll get cracking on the ones. Now, the full cases, if you like, I've just taken one out of each box. But I've also got a couple of sneaky little ones here. So first of all, I'll pick some ciders up for the missus. Missus said to me, if you're going up there, get some ciders. They can go in the fridge and they'll do for the summer, just for something to chuck down your neck. So I found some cider. They had a few different offers, and this was the one I checked with her that she might like the flavour. She said yes. I bet you she doesn't when she tries it. So I picked up some of these. So we got Recorderlig. Now, they're 330ml cans, and these ones are mango and raspberry cider. I don't know how well you can see that because of the light, obviously. Mango and raspberry cider. There we go, 330ml cans, coming in at 4%. 3 cases of 10. Now, let me just say on this, they went out of date. These ones did the 18th of April, 2023. Hopefully, should still be all right. Obviously, let me just go back a couple of steps. They do individual cans and that, but they're sort of in bins. Generally, you're buying by the case. So anything that you buy, you are taking a risk. Obviously, if it's gone past its best, you're taking a risk that it's going to be good. You're taking a risk that you're going to like it. It's one of them. So you do have to take it with a pinch of salt. So there are consequences or downsides to the beer being cheap. But that's the chance you take, and that's what you got to do. A lot of people going in there and just buying handfuls of stuff. I'm guessing a lot of people around there will go in there and just buy beer for that day, if you like. But because I travelled so far and what have you, I thought I might as well make it worth me while. And I actually think I was quite calm and relaxed, actually. Anyway, so yeah, Recorder Lig, mango and raspberry cider, 4%. Now it was a 10 pack of 330ml cans. 3 10 packs for 20 quid. They've just gone past their best just. So I've paid 20 quid for 30 cans of this, which I know is normally more expensive. I know it's quite an expensive thing. This on the cruise you were paying about bloody 4 or 5 quid a can for. But like you were anything. So yeah, we got some of them. So they'll come in handy for the summer if we get anything. Next one I got is from Fierce Brewing Co. I didn't even look at the date until when I got home because I knew that it'd probably be short dated or out of date, but I didn't bother looking. So I'm taking a chance on this one. But I picked up a case, a 12 pack of their Fierce Pilsner, and it's coming in at 4.2%, 330ml can. This went out of date. This was a while ago actually, November last year, back end of November last year. So we are talking about 6 months past its best. Hopefully it'll be good. The beers are still all in their cardboard boxes, so they're protected from light and everything. But the price, like I said, they've knocked a couple of quid off, so I don't know where they knocked it off. But the bloke said to me, 12 of them, 6 quid, 50p a can. So as long as the beer's half decent, all right. It's going to be stuff I can chuck down my neck. And that's what the missus said to me as well. She said, get some cheap beer just so you can just chuck it down your neck and you don't even have to worry about it. Because you always moan when you've got a strong keg on and you want to have a few beers, but you don't want to be necking pints of 7.5% beer. So this is what I've done. Tried to anyway. The next beer I've picked up, there's going to be a review of that. I also looked at doing reviews on some of these beers as well. So I will do a review of that, and I will do a review of the Recorder Lig cider. The next case of beer I picked up only went out of date March 23, and it's a Sri Lankan beer. And this is their Lion Lager, imported Lion Lager. It's coming in at 4.8%. 24 bottles, 24 330ml bottles was 15 quid. 15 quid. So you're still talking less than 50p a bottle. So we'll give that a go and we'll give that a review. The next one that I saw, now this is quite a bit out of date actually. I was quite surprised. This is this is getting to about 8 months past its best, but I'm hoping it's going to be all right. And it's from a brewery I've only ever had one beer from before, and it was a Dunkel, and it was a fantastic beer. And it's from Orbit, who are out of London. And this is their Double X Mild, and it's a strong brown ale coming in at 6%. Now, I'm hoping, again, it's in a case, so no sunlight's got to it. It's in brown bottles, and it's 6%, so hopefully the ABV should sort of hopefully save it a bit. But that, again, the price on the case, 24 bottles for 12 quid. 50p a bottle. 6% beer. And the next one, this is the last one that I've taken out the cases, because the other couple I've got are mixed cases, is Tartarus. Now, this is... I saw this, and I thought, bloody hell, that's good. And it was the bloke actually come out and gave me a case of this afterwards, just to thank me for coming all that way and time just on the beer. So Tartarus, not cheap beers, an acquired taste, I think. I've been a little bit disappointed with a couple of them, but I know a lot of people do love their stuff, and I thought I'd give this a go. And what I got was a 12 pack. This isn't in boxes, dark bottles though, and hopefully not too add by the sunlight or anything. The date on this, I'm trying to find a date. It's on the case somewhere. I think it is just past its best, or a couple of months past its best, I'm not sure. But what we've got are 12 bottles of their Baku, and it's a Saison. Lovely artwork. And that was £9, but he actually come out and gave me another case. So in a sense, I've had 24 bottles of this for £9. 330ml bottles, 6.3%. Hopefully going to be decent. So yeah, they're sort of like the full cases I got of one beer. I'm waffling on a long time now, been 10 minutes. And then there was a couple of other boxes. Now we'll go to this one first. Actually, we'll go to this one. Now, Chris from Chris's Beer Reviews picked this one up. Beer Journey. Now, I'm going to open this box up quickly because basically it's an AB InBev beer box. Pretty much every beer is a Belgian beer. Pretty much. It's basically, a lot of this stuff is from their range. I believe it is 20 beers and 4 gifts you get in this for 20 quid. 20 quid. Now, if I can rip the box open, if you bear with me. Get it out, man. Get it out. There we go. There we go. So it's basically an advent calendar. An advent calendar, yeah. So they've reduced it almost like an advent. Yeah, it's pretty much an advent calendar, isn't it? Beer Journey, they're calling it. So it's pretty much all AB InBev beers. So you look at the size of it. And what you get in this, like I said, 20 beers, 4 gifts for 20 quid. That was one of the first things I saw in there. So I will tell you what's in it. Now, what have we got? Left Broom 0%, 330ml. Let's just tilt the camera up. 330ml bottle, Left Broom 0%. We got Hogarden Rosé, 250ml bottle, 3%. We got a 330ml can of Goose Island Midway, 4.1%. We got a 355ml bottle of Corona, 4.5%. Hogarden Wit Beer, 330ml bottle, 4.9%. Budweiser, 330ml bottle, 5%. Franziskaner, 330ml, 5%. Stella, 250ml bottle, cheeky little buggers, 250ml, 5%. Jupiler, 250ml, 5.2%. We got a Bellevue Goose, how would you say it? Goose, I think. A Lambic beer, basically, 5.5%. Hertog Jan Weizener wheat beer, 5.7%. Goose Island IPA, 5.9%, 355ml. Hertog Jan Bock, 6.5%, 300ml bottle. We got a Left Blonde, 330ml, 6.6%. A Left Ombre, 250ml, 6.6%. We've got Quack Amber, so the standard Quack, 330ml bottle, 8.4%. We got a Triple Carmelite, 8.4%, 330ml bottle. We've got Julius, their Belgian Pale Ale, 8.5%. Not had that, so I'm looking forward to that. But there's a few here I've not had, so they'll do as reviews. Hogarden Grand Cru, 330ml bottle, 8.5%. And Victoria, Belgian Golden Strong Ale, which I had on PD. I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest with that. 8.5%. So we've got 20 bottles there. And then the gifts are a Corona bottle opener. We've got a Stella Chalice glass. Hopefully, I'm hoping it's a 250 rather than a 330 because my missus wanted one of them, and that was the main reason I picked this up. We got a 330ml or 250 Goose Island glass, and we've got a Leffe chutney. 20 quid. £20 for that. 20 quid. Unreal. So yeah, that was the one box. And what they did have in there, funny enough, and I've not opened this yet, so I don't really know what's in it. But it is a Beer 52 box. They had stacks of these, and they were charging you £6 for it. £6. I don't know if they're out of date or anything. I don't know if any of them beers are out of date. Actually, I'll have a look on the side. See if it says any dates on it. Oh. No, there's no date on the pretty much the Beer Hawk box. But the Beer 52 box. Let's have a look what we got in this. Let me move the camera down again. Like I say, stacks of these, 6 quid. And I was very tempted to pick a few up. And probably, if I had have, it would have probably made up my mind whether I'd stuck with a 1 or picked more up. So, excuse me, I've got terrible wind. So what we got a little snack in there. Like, it's all set up exactly as you'd get from Beer 52. So we've got a snack in there, roasted peas, sea salt vinegar flavour. So we've got a nibbly. Best before the 21st of October 21. Fucking hell, taking the piss there. It's a year and a half out of date. God knows what the beers are. So we've got 12 beers in here for £6. I don't even want to look at the date on them. Fucking hell, they're taking the piss there. Best before 7th of December 21. 18 months out of date. That's a little bit piss taking, that is, really, to be honest. But we'll roll with it. We'll try it. It's a gamble. That's what you do. You take a chance. So the first beer out is Bonneville Pale Ale from Salt Brewery. 4%, 330ml can. They're all 330 mils. Next one is Avans. I think this is a Belgian beer. 9th of the 2nd, 22. And this is a Kvik IPA or Kvik IPA. 5.5%, 330ml can. Dry hopped with Azaka, Galaxy and Sabro. Next one is from Vocation, and this is their Monomania 431. 5.7%, and it's 5.7% HBC 43 Pale Ale. 27th of the 1st, 22. There we go. So well out of date these. These are a little bit cheeky, I think these are. Belgian Saison from Brouwery Lekker. 5.5%, 330ml can. Went out of date on the 13th of the 1st, 22. So a lot of these ones, they're fucking cheap because bloody they're well past their date. But hey ho, that's the chance you take. Another one from Avans. And what is this? We've got a Belgian Pilsner, 4.5%, 330ml can. That went out of date on 12th of the 1st, 22. The fact that they can still sell these, even though, you know, I know best before is only a best before, but I can't help but think even maybe that the fact that they're even still trying to sell these must say the beer must be half decent. Surely it's got to be. Next one out of there is from Buxton Brewery, and this is their Axe Edge India Pale Ale. I think I've reviewed that. It's coming in at 6.8%, 330ml can. This one went out of date when? Fucking hell, October 21. It's like 18 months out of date. Jesus Christ. I'll take the biscuit with these, but surely these beers have got to be alright. IPAs. I mean, they were brewed for long journeys to India, weren't they? You know, whether they're actually taking the piss a bit here with how far out of date they are, I don't know. Right, so what we got now is a beer from Wicklow Wolf. Now, is this Wicklow in Ireland? I'm not sure. I'm going to guess. Wicklow Wolf, and this is their Elevation Pale Ale. 4.8%, 330ml can. 15 for the 4th, 22. So that's just over a year out of date, that is. Next one. Oh, fucking hell. I haven't reviewed this, so I'm going to review it. It might actually make it taste better if it's out of date. And it's one from Tiny Rebel. 330ml Electric Boogaloo. It's a passion fruit little New England IPA. 4.5%. Went out of date. 1st of the 12th, 21. I've had this beer actually. We got one now from Tooth and Claw that actually ended up in the supermarkets, and it's an IPA coming in at 7. Is that 7.8% or 7%? 7.8, I think, but I think it was actually 7% in the supermarkets. And this is their One Eye IPA, 7.8%, 330ml. That went out of date 31st of the 1st, 22. Next one, we've got one from North Brewing Co. and it's a hazy IPA, Analog Set it's called. 6.7%, 330ml can, and that went out of date. 24 for the, hang on. 24 for the 12th, 21. Jesus Christ, some of these, they're 18 months out of date. Fingers crossed, if they've been stuck in these boxes, it ain't going to matter, is it? Hopefully. Right, next one. Sailor's Grave Brewing. Ooh, feels a bit sticky, that does. Sailor's Grave Brewing, never heard of them. And this is their Coastal Saltbush Hazy Pale Ale, 5.5%, 330ml can. This has got to be around 21-22. Best before 19th of the 11th, 21. So be aware, there's a lot of these beers that are fucking well past their date. So you are taking a gamble. You are taking a gamble. Especially some of the dates on them. It's a massive gamble. But then you're not going to buy 12 of these beers for £6, are you? And the last one is from Vocation, and it's their Bigger Boat Hazy Pale, coming in at 4%. 4%. And this went out of date. 12 for the 10th, 21. 12 for the 10th, 21. Fucking hell. 18 months past its best, 4%. Some of these could be horrendous. Some of them could be awful. Some of them I could be reviewing blind, or I will be, because, you know, because I've got nothing to compare them with. But that is all the beers that I picked up from Crate Escape. I've forgotten the name of the bloody place then. So I think I worked it out. I come home, I spent £84, but I come home with 146 individual beers, if you like. So if I'm paying 20-30p a go for them, it's not going to matter. Well, it's going to be what? It's probably going to be about 50p a can I've paid. So, I mean, if 90% of them are okay, that's not going to be an issue. Hopefully the ABV will save some of the cases I've got. So, you know, 6.3%, 6%, don't know about that, 4.8, but it's only a couple of months. So if I can get a few of these drunk in time, that's only just gone out a couple of weeks. So the bulk of them, hopefully, are going to be okay. But I've taken a gamble. Like I said, 11.22. So we're talking almost 18 months out of date, if you like. No, not 11.22. No, that's not 18 months out of date. Where are you going past? It's about 6 months out of date, isn't it? December, January. Yeah, we're in May. So it's about 5 months out of date. So hopefully, to be honest, hopefully they'll be all right. There's going to be some. These ones, I have no doubt, there's a good chance I've been shit on with these ones, but that's the chance you take. Hopefully all the other beers are going to be sound. I've got a feeling the Belgian ones we ain't even going to have to worry about. They're going to have dates like 23, 24 on. That's it for this video. I've waffled on for way too long. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Go and take a nosy if you live around there. If you live around there, you probably know about it. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.